Hey everyone, so before we get started with this episode, I just want to say that you're watching today our 400th episode on YouTube. That is such a crazy milestone, and this is so amazing. And it's all thanks to you guys subscribing and watching and liking and commenting that we're able to continue this journey. So to think that 400 episodes ago, we posted our very first episode, our step 1, where we talked about not buying a couch, and we had no idea that this would have been the catalyst to such an incredible journey. And then 300 episodes ago, that's when we finished our Caribbean chapter. You know, we've learned how to sail and we were ready to start taking longer passages, and I think we were in Curacao in that episode, step 100, and I actually rode an ostrich. Not my proudest moment, but it was definitely a unique experience. Fast forward now to 200 episodes ago, we had finished crossing the Atlantic, where we did a daily vlog across. It was 18 days of daily vlogging across the Atlantic. That was so cool to do. On episode 200, we were celebrating Christmas in the UK, and it was my first time celebrating Christmas outside of the Caribbean. So for me, it was really special to see how else people celebrated Christmas. Fast forward again to 100 episodes ago, that's when we finished sailing the coast of Norway. That was such an amazing journey, and I know a lot of you guys subscribed thanks to those episodes, and I hold Norway so close to my heart. I just can't wait to go back. But episode 300, we had finished Norway, we finished Svalbard, we sailed south from Svalbard south to Iceland. See this? We made it to Iceland! And we were exploring, I think we were exploring this island, this remote island on the south coast of Iceland. And that was marking basically the end of our North chapter. And that was such a powerful moment for us to realize that we've gone close to the North Pole with our tiny 50-year-old sailboat. That was probably the peak of her moment. That brings us to today, episode 400. After 10 years of sailing and 400 episodes, our boat definitely needs some TLC, and she's long overdue for a refit. So now we are refitting the entire boat, changing everything, and make sure she's the strongest that she'll ever be. And who knows where we're going to be 100 more episodes from now, but I'm excited to find out. It's going to be such an amazing journey moving forward. And again, all of this is thanks to you guys, thanks to you for subscribing, thanks to you for watching, thanks to you for commenting and liking and signing up on Patreon and all of the awesome things. We are extremely, extremely grateful to have you part of this journey. And yeah, I can't wait to see what's next. But on that note, I will leave you to it, and I hope you enjoyed this episode.
Sitting on the toilet right now. I don't know if you can tell, but this is where our toilet's gonna be. But if you can build a full-size template, then you can do a dress rehearsal of how the bulkhead is going to come out of the boat and how it's going to come back in. Cut it like here, and here, and then here.
So the solution that we found for this is we're going to put one layer of fiberglass on each side, and then we're going to sandwich it in between two smaller pieces of wood. And also we're going to put a bunch of weight on it.
And if that doesn't work, well, we'll have to try something else. But it definitely is straighter than it was, and it definitely still has a bit of a curve in the middle. So yeah, see how it goes.
Sit, stay, don't fly away.
All right, well, this bulkhead still has a little bit of a curve in it, but I think by the time we bring it upstairs and we straighten it up and glass it to the hull and add all of the glass along the perimeter, I think it's gonna straighten out. So we need to get it in the boat before the rain picks up again. And then we might have to trim it a little bit to get it into position, but I think it should fit in the boat as is. Well, I guess we'll find out.
I guess we'll find out.
There's only one way to find out. Let's go. All right, the weight's on you.
Yep.
Like to the ceiling?
Oh.
All right, you know this isn't gonna go in the first try.
It might.
It won't.
There's only one way to find out.
All right, lift.
Oh, it's like kind of heavy, actually.
And then lift, and we're gonna flip it towards you.
Oh, maybe like rotate it down or up your way a little bit more until it clears the
It goes this way.
bulkhead.
Lift.
There you go.
This one's longer. We should switch.
Okay. Like rotate it?
Yeah, we should rotate it.
Up like a table?
Yep.
And then. Yeah.
My spine. I'm hoping that we rotate this towards you now. This 100% came out of here, and it wasn't this much
Extended.
bigger.
Oh, that's not gonna work. The AC is gonna be in the way. You have to
Can you drop it?
twist it.
Can you drop it down to the floor?
Yeah. Can.
How much space do you have? Down there. Can you drop it into the bilge? Like bend it and push it down to the bilge. Yeah.
Yeah.
Keep it grounded. There it is.
But then it's stuck.
Yep. It's just a lot heavier now than it was before. Bring it back out. Okay, now let it drop. Well, we could do a couple of things. One, we cut like a foam width off the top of this because we're gonna put some foam up there anyway. And theoretically cut a foam width off the bottom too. We could start by doing that and then see if that clears anything. All right. Let's try.
I think it will make a difference.
There we go. There we go.
Yep, there you go.
There we go.
Woo!
That's part of it. We're not quite done yet.
And now- Whew.
There we go. So now we just have to put foam on the top and bottom like we normally do. Can you grab the box of wood scraps
Yeah, and then we can.
and then pass those in here? Let's plug the glue gun back in. I can hold this. And we're probably going to need to get the drill and some screws and all that stuff out of the container. Mm-hmm. We can start with this and see how it goes. Yep.
That part's easy.
This one should go in here. Okay, now for the fun fiddly bit of like lining all this up and screwing it all in super solid. Well, this is our bathroom. I like it.
It's a pretty big
Be a
bathroom.
little bit wider, and we're gonna have this is probably gonna be a door that goes that way. Toilet's gonna be back here on a pedestal. There's gonna be a matching pedestal on that side to get up into the V-berth. There's gonna be a floor here. Sump pump for the shower is gonna be down there.
And then you're standing in the shower.
I'm staying in the shower. This whole thing from this rib to here, this full shower.
We'll put a port light back in there that opens so you can vent the head. And then back here we'll have a bunch of storage, maybe a bench or something to shower in. I like it. Yeah, it's large. It's larger than like a regular shower in a house. It doesn't have the headroom, but it's large. I like it.
Do you want to explain to me why all the pieces of wood?
Well, because this bulkhead, it's going to be attached in the front here, but this corner piece that's going around the mast is just screwed in for now. We haven't like solidly mounted that. So it's sort of temporarily there. And then the back is nice and secure, and that's square and level and vertical and perfect. But there's still a little bit of a bow in this side, and that's going to be the edge that the door's up against. A little bit back further, we're going to cut it bigger, but it still has a little bit of a bow in it, and so we're sort of like forcing the bulkhead as straight as it possibly can be, so that when we glass it in, it's good, and then once it cures, hopefully when we take the bracing off, it's not going to like bow back again. The theory is if something's curved and you glassed it in, and that curve stays, but if you straighten it, like the concave side is, longer, I guess you could say. And so if we glass it in, then that'll be sort of like under tension from the top and bottom, so hopefully it won't bend. That's the theory. There's also going to be a little shelf, like a pedestal on each side from this rib forward to help step up into the V-berth on this side. And on this side, the same one is going to be what the toilet's mounted to. So it's going to have a little bit more vertical support here to keep it from bending. Yeah, we're just going to keep all this bracing in place until it's completely glassed in. And then hopefully it won't have any bend. It only has like maybe half a centimeter. Like it's not much, but it's enough that you'll notice it. So we're going to try our best. But now it's all lined up perfectly with our bracing. And we use the laser to check everything, and it's perfectly perfect. So now we're going to bog it all in and come back to our glass it.
We're done for today. Yeah, we finished bogging everything. We're just gonna let it sit, and then tomorrow we'll come back and we'll fiberglass it. I think it's a successful day. Oh, you don't want to touch this. This is...
All right, guys, I want to take a quick break here to talk about this thing. A couple of episodes ago, you guys made so much fun of us for having these tiny little scissors. I just love them. They're so strong for how small they look.
10 layers of chop suey mat.
We've actually already had metal shears, and we had these since Guatemala, I believe, like years and years ago, but they were just rusty and dirty and just in bad shape. So since then actually resharpened it and refurbished it, basically. It looks amazing. So we put these two scissors against each other to see which one actually is better. Let's just say the metal big scissors actually won.
Well, I stand corrected. I really thought that these were gonna win.
I know you guys are not surprised about this. So I started using these to cut the fiberglass, but the one thing, it bruised my hands so badly, and I think it's because of the metal bit. You know, the handle is metal, and also it doesn't help the fact that I often would use it upside down.
Din just pointed out that I've been using it upside down the whole time.
Scissors are like right and left-handed.
I've been using it upside down this whole time.
So my hands would be completely bruised. And some of you guys on Patreon recommended that I look into electric scissors. And I knew electric scissors existed. I don't think it computed in my mind that you could use it to cut fiberglass. So I started to do some research and I found something so much better. I found what I call the pizza cutter. It's just a game changer. It cuts through fiberglass. Oh, look at that. It can cut through cardboard. It can cut through peel ply. It can cut through like the rags that we have. It's just, I don't know why I didn't have this from the beginning of our entire journey on this boat. It's amazing. I found it funny how excited I am about basically an electric pizza cutter. But this makes life so much easier, so much simpler. It gives me peace of mind. Which brings me to today's sponsor, BetterHelp. So BetterHelp has been a big supporter of this channel for a number of years now. And to be honest, it's thanks to sponsors like them that we are able to buy the tools that we need to finish this project. And while the right tool for the job can solve many problems, it sometimes gets harder to find the right tool for our mental health, which is where BetterHelp comes in. You can connect with one of their 30,000 therapists at the comfort of your own home and at a time that fits your schedule. And if you don't think it's a right fit, then it's super easy to find someone new. It's also so easy to get started. All you have to do is answer a few questions about your personal needs, and then you get matched with one of the therapists. From there, you can chat with them on the phone, on the laptop, on video call, really whatever you think is the best way to communicate with them. So if you want to keep your mental tools super sharp and healthy, make sure you check out BetterHelp. I'll leave a link in the description below, betterhelp.com/sailinguma, and you can get a discount off your first month. All right, side note, out of pure curiosity, I'm gonna try something else. I have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I have 11 layers of that chop strand biaxial mixed together fiberglass, and I'm going to see if my little baby is going to be able to cut through all of them. Okay. I can sharpen it a little bit. All right. Make mama proud. Let's go. Guys, look. Like it's nothing. Ugh. I love this so much. I just love this so much. It's my new favorite thing. Okay, now let's double it up and see if it can cut through. What's 21 times 2? 42 layers? See if it can get through 42 layers. I don't think it will. I think that will be too much for it. I think it's gonna be too much. It doesn't even fit through. Maybe if I stagger them a little bit. All right. It's struggling. Here we go. Oh my god. Look at this. It cut through. It's so much faster, so much smoother, so much simpler than using scissors. I don't know what else to say. This is amazing. All right, well, that's all I wanted to share with you guys, and I'm gonna go back and be productive now and cut some more layer of fiberglass because we have a lot of layers to cut. It's too easy.
Good morning, everyone. We are back at it this morning. The fiberglass pieces are cut. All the corners are sanded down and acetoned, and today we are ready to glass it in.
We're not going to be able to get all of the glass work done in one day because there's still some like bracing holding everything together, but we'll get 80% of it done today, and then we can take the bracing off and finish the rest tomorrow. Exciting times. It's the last like big bulkhead that we have to put in, so exciting times.
So here's what's going to happen. I'm going to be here in the kitchen cooking up some fiberglass. I'm going to wet out the pieces. And then I'm going to walk across the boat, past the layers to Dan. And underneath all layers, we have a layer of plastic so that I can actually carry it around without getting everything covered in resin. And then he's going to glass them in. And we're just going to do that about 18 to 20 times. So let's roll.
Let your body shake and let your body move. Get into the pocket, get into the groove and do it like this. Oh yeah, do it like this. Come on now.
How's it going?
It is going great. I am done this side, and I am about to go into the head.
All right, guys, this is the last piece of the day. Whew, it's been a long day. There we go. Whew. And that is it. Well, after Ben is done with this piece, then that'll be it. And then we're gonna wait for it to dry, and then we'll come back and do the parts that we haven't done today, and then that will be it. We're almost done for today. And I call this, you know what I call it? I call
A successful mission!
a successful mission.
It's cool that we got so much of it done in one go, because we had like other things that we could kind of screw it and brace it to, so we could just do like the whole thing. We still have the inside corner to do. That's it, so. Yeah, it's awesome. It's really good. It's looking really good. We are super done. It looks freaking awesome. Oh, alright. Time to get out of here. Done, done, done. Can I get a sticky high five?
Yeah.
Sticky fist bump?
Yeah, very nice.
Oh, I'm tired, man. Like holding yourself in those positions, like wall sits. It's like if you had to wall sit all day. I'm tired. Alright.
I bet.
Thanks for like wetting them out and passing them over and keeping me like supplied.
Yeah, no worries.
I think we make a good team. And we just crushed a lot of glasswork in one day.
All right, sticky high five. We deserve the proper.
Oh, your hands aren't as sticky as mine. Nah, it's still like. You gotta let it dry for a while.
Oh no, it's not as
You gotta let
good.
it dry. Here, I'll give myself a sticky high five. Ready? That's not how it works.
Yeah.
Alright, can I take these off now?
Well, we finished. We're done. Successful mission. The bulkhead is in.
We didn't even have to cut it in half.
We didn't have to cut
Barely.
it. Yeah.
We just trimmed like a tiny little bit off the bottom and a tiny little bit off the top so we could infill it with foam. And yeah, it worked great. It fit perfectly. And there's still like a very, very, very slight bow to it. But I think once we put the little step up for the head for like the toilet and stepping up in the V-berth, we can use that to sort of like straighten it out the last little bit and
Just a
we'll
little
be
bit.
fine.
But
Yeah.
it looks pretty straight
Yeah, it's fine.
enough.
Straight enough.
Yeah, I don't think it
super good enough.
Super good enough. The head bulkhead is
Yeah.
the last big bulkhead that we had to install.
Yeah, and then we've got like a divider in the head to separate the shower and the countertop. We've got a divider on the opposite side that are going to be matched to separate the hanging locker. One more under the B-berth mattress, and a couple of small ones in the nook area, and then we're done with the secondary bulkheads, which are like the main ones that are glassed solidly to the hull.
Yeah, and after that it's gonna be like cabinetry.
Yeah,
And
we've got a whole slew of
smaller
like what we're
things.
calling tertiary bulkheads, which some of them might be glassed in, but it's more just to like keep them from squeaking and leaking. They're not really going to be any kind of like structural, so we can use less glass and a little bit less precision. Like the top of the whole V-berth mattress where it's going to sit on. That's just a piece of plywood that's sitting on top of a super solid structure. So like we'll just use some Sikaflex and maybe like 1 or 2 layers of glass along the side to keep it from squeaking.
Yeah.
That's all we need.
So we're probably going to spend the next couple of days just knocking those out. Honestly,
Yeah.
we're probably not going to film this because now you understand the process. It's basically the same thing, repeated multiple times. You guys understand, like filming just it doubles the time
At
of
least,
doing
yeah.
something. So we're just gonna knock the rest of this out.
Because it starts to look like a boat now. It's
I
starting to
know.
like, you can like, it's not cardboard anymore. It's like wood.
Space.
But I'm telling you, so the last couple of days it's been blowing really hard out of the west, and our boat used to kind of like shake and shimmy on the stands. But while we were down below, like glassing, we had headphones in, and like we couldn't even tell that it was blowing 35, gusting to 40 knots. And then we come outside and our suits were just like in the wind.
Oh man, the
Because she is
template.
super stable inside, like super stable.
Yeah, when we were doing the bulkhead template and we went outside with it,
Oh,
it
it
was
almost
just
broke.
like blew away.
Yeah,
We didn't even
almost.
realize it was so windy.
If this is any indication of how much more stable she's going to be in the water, I'm super excited.
Yeah, me too. All right, well, we're done for the day.
Yep.
And we're going to shower and
Go home,
go home.
which is the beach, which
Which
is like
is-
right over there. It's
We
kind
need
of
to
funny
figure out
'cause
what the wind is doing so that
our-
we can figure out where our home is tonight.
our favorite place to sleep is literally like right across the bay from where we are. And it would take us like 2 minutes in the dinghy to get here, but it takes us 20 minutes in the car because we have to drive like all the way around. But if we camp far enough down the beach, we can actually see Uma at night, which is kind of
Yeah, we can make sure she's safe. All right, well, we'll see you guys in
week.
the next episode, which is going to be next week. And we're going to peel out of these resined
take a well-deserved
covered stuff. And we'll let you enjoy the view behind us. Cheers!